back for another update. Let's take a look at XRP here, and we'll do a top-down analysis on XRP going all the way back to 2014. After having your initial advance to the upside, we then dropped by over 90%, and then you had all of the founders picking up their shares, picking up their XRP at a over 90% discount. We then had a 5-wave move to the upside for your wave 1, came down for a wave 2, spanning over 3 years. So this is 3 years of accumulation. And then we had a very parabolic 3rd wave to the upside over here in a 5-wave fashion, going towards the golden pocket, sitting at around $3.30. And then what we had over here was over 2,000 days of a correction. Now, I know a lot of people, they say that XRP never went on its run because of the SEC. I do think that's false, and the reason I think that is because we were just within a B wave. So whenever you have your first leg in the market, you're going to have a wave, right? So you're going to go after 5 waves, it's no doubt that you're going to come down, okay? Which we did over here. Then in March 2020, all we were doing was just a counter trend. So when you go up, when you have your first leg in the market, and that leg finishes, it makes sense that we're going to go down, right? But then over here in March 2020, people thought we were going to go in for your next leg, when in reality we were just coming up for a counter trend before we have our C wave to the downside. Okay? So let's look at this chart over here. So within our A wave, from $3.30, we had a 3-wave move down, right? And then going from March 2020 up to our 2021 high, we had another 3-wave move up for your B wave. So this is a 3-wave move down in your A, 3-wave move up in your B, and then for your C wave, in which we dropped with Bitcoin and had its bear market with Bitcoin, we had a 5-wave move to the downside. As you guys can see, this is a 5-wave move with a truncation in the 5th wave. And then if we look over here, in June 2022, we have had over almost 2 years of Wyckoff accumulation. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, right over here is your selling climax. You then have your automatic rally, secondary test, and then you have your failed breakout of the range. You then come down below your secondary test for a secondary test in phase B, and then you go ahead and make your way to the top of the range before you get squeezed down to mid-range for your last point of support, right before Ripple has its victory in court for your sign of strength. The composite operator knows everyone's throwing their life savings into XRP when this news came to fruition. So it would give them the perfect opportunity to take the price all the way back down to the 78.6% fib for your backup phase before we have our expansion to the upside. Now we've been within this accumulation schematic for almost 2 years now. If we go ahead and take a look at the drawing that I made over here, I showed that we had our first leg in the market. When you have your first leg in the market, we had a 3-wave move down in your A, 3-wave move up in your B, and then a 5-wave move down in your C wave. This is what's called a 335 Elliott wave flat pattern. And then what did we do for over 2 years? We went sideways at the lows. So whenever you're going sideways at the lows, that means it's accumulation. Whenever you're going sideways at the highs, that's distribution. What we see over here is 2 years, almost 2 years of accumulation after our ABC correction, and now we're starting the expansion phase to the upside. Okay, so I do think the bottom is in on XRP on July 5th, I believe, was our bottom. This is what I think. I think our bottom was over here on July 5th, and the reason for that is because when we take a look at this, we do see that once we had this 5-wave move up here in an ascending broadening wedge or a leading diagonal, we then had a WXY correction down to the 78.6% fib. And if, as most of you know, I know some people don't, but as most of you know, if the price is unable to hold the 70.2% fib and produce a significant reversal from there, then it's likely we'll head towards the 786 and then produce the reversal. And we saw just that over here with XRP on July. So within the whole span of this 2-year accumulation range, we've actually been within this whole span of 2 years of accumulating at the lows. This wave 2 lasted a little bit over 1 year. So within the entirety of this accumulation range, we had this wave 2 lasting 1 year. So that's a very significant sign. And it leads me to believe that our wave 4 will be very quick, and it won't be as deep as most people think. I think it'll go very fast because we have so much inherent accumulation at the lows. Okay, so it looks like we are starting our phase E now. We're actually within phase E, but within this phase E, or within this wave 3 that we currently have, there's going to be many peaks and troughs along the way. So this is where we can so what we can do from here is take a look at it on the 30-minute time frame. As you guys can see, we do have 5 waves to the upside over here. Taking a fib from our March high down to our July 5th low, we do see that we have hit the 70.2% fib over here. So it wouldn't surprise me, this is your wave 1. And then we had and now we're having an ABC correction down for your sub wave 2 before having a sub wave 3 of 3 to the upside. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen my Bitcoin video, please go ahead and take a look at that. I do show that Bitcoin is coming down, and knowing XRP over the years, it is the master of exit pumps, right? So if Bitcoin is bullish at the same time, if Bitcoin is bearish while XRP is holding still, then it usually means that XRP is going to come up for one quick exit pump before you come down for a very significant move. So it looks like so after our 5 waves up here towards the 50% fib, okay, as you guys can see, we hit the 50% fib over here. Okay, we hit the 50% fib right over here. And we also hit the 70.2% fib when we take a fib from our March high down to our July 5th low. We then have a 3-wave move to the downside for your A wave, a 3-wave move to the upside for your B wave, and we are currently holding, so if we look over here, we are currently holding the 70.2% fib. Wouldn't surprise me we have a wick up here towards 66 cent. Now, there's no guarantee we'll come up here for 66 cent, but as long as 0.5953 and 0.5911 hold, then it's likely we'll come up here for your exit pump before having a C wave to the downside below 54 cent. Okay? And this is just a classic 335 Elliott wave flat pattern. Okay? Now, I do think that our C wave will come to around the 50% fib, or in other words, our EQ resting at 50 cent, 5062 to be exact, and possibly even the 61.8 to 70.2% fib resting at around 47 to 45 cent. Okay, but I do expect as long as this level over here holds, then I do expect a exit pump towards 66 cent. Now, if you do go above 66 cent, right, and Bitcoin is bullish during this time, then it's likely we'll head towards that 77 cent region. Okay, but for now, this is the main bias as long as the levels remain intact. So nothing to worry about on XRP. We have the macro time frame is bullish. Remember, we have accumulation for over 2 years at the lows. Okay, 2 years of accumulation at the lows. The only thing that can produce is expansion once phase E comes to a start, which it already has. Okay, And if we take a look here, we do see your accumulation a little bit better. And remember, we are within our third wave to the upside. Okay, I do think that XRP has bottomed here at 38 cent back in the beginning of the month. So right now, all of this should just be noise, because this is just small time frame analysis, and we're going to have many peaks and troughs along the way. But in order for you guys to stay up to date with that analysis, then please click the link in the description below to join the Discord so you guys can stay up to date with the XRP ecosystem along with all of your favorite coins and assets. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked it, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.